I'm sorry, Facebook friends, and I'm sorry, y'all, and I'm sorry I haven't made a live in a couple days because I've been going through it. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. I don't even bite my teeth. Yeah, whatever. I'm taking the bonnet off, but yeah, I think because I said let me make a live because I ain't make a live in a long time and whatever. Cause I'm gonna make this live and then I'm gonna put it on my YouTube. Remember I told y'all that my lip piercing was pierced wrong, and I got it taken out. I got it taken out April 30th. I had to get numbed and then they take it out. But this shit healing like good. This shit healing good as hell, right? Well, I said let me make a live because I ain't talked to y'all in a minute. I hate not talking to my friends on here. Like, I don't want y'all to think I'm abandoning y'all and shit. And stuff like that. So, that's why I made a live. Whatever. Well, my aunt's funeral was Tuesday. Her funeral was really nice, too. I cried a lot. That's why I said... That's why I said, that's why I was like, I'm not going to wear no lashes because they're gonna fall off. Brushing my teeth. I brush my teeth with baking soda first before I brush my teeth with the toothpaste. You know what I mean? It take the yellow out. Baking soda take the yellow out your teeth. And I'm about to talk about real shit on here. So if you get on here, we'll know I'm gonna be talking about real shit. Because it gotta be said, it gotta be talked about. It definitely gotta be talked about. Because people be sleeping on people with I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be real with y'all. In my family, because it's a Gateward family and then it's a Patterson family and and the whole nine. And come to what I mean, and stuff like that. Now, like I said, my little cousins that's under me be scared to come to me because I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I ain't come to be 41 for nothing. I ain't became 41 years old for nothing. I became 41 years old with wisdom. Hold on, y'all. I got a cousin my age, right? I got a cousin my age. I mean, me and her exact the same age. She's only older than me by a week. I get tired of people talking about other people. Like, I get tired of that shit. I'm a Scorpio, and she a Scorpio too. She's born November 2nd, 1984, and I'm born November 12th, 1984, right? One thing I don't do is talk about people. You know what I mean? For anything, I get talked about. You know what I mean? And shit like that. It's always that. I don't know why we gotta change the narrative. We really do. We gotta change that shit. They're talking about people shit. Or you know what I mean? We gotta change the narrative on that. Like, we gotta stop talking about people because it's not gonna help you at all talking about other people. And you know what I mean? My cousin's my age. And she do the best she can. She got 3 kids. It's not easy to be raising 3 kids by your fucking self. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. But what you ain't gonna do is make her seem like she a bad mom. Cause I literally watched her kids grow up. You know what I mean? I don't like that shit. I don't like people talk about other people. That shit I never was good. I never liked that shit. Ever. I don't ever was the type to talk about other people, stuff like that. I got just more lip gloss. I was never the type to talk about other people and shit like that and stuff. Because it's really disrespectful to keep talking about people and stuff like that. They make her seem like my cousin is a bad mom and she's not. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. But you know what I'm going to talk about though? Why I made this lie? You gotta talk about mental health, yo. That's what you gotta talk about. You gotta talk about mental health. Because ain't nobody talking about mental health like that. And I'm sure I'm not the only one, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that have a family or have family members that got mental problems. And there's a lot of them in my family. I take my medicine. You know what I mean? I take my medicine and shit and stuff like that. Motherfuckers be like, Toy, don't take that shit. What? I better take that shit because I severe depression. I better take that shit or I'm going to fuck you. If I'm going to take my medicine, I'm going to jail. Let's just put it like that. If I don't take that medicine, I'm going to go to jail. You know what I mean? I'm going to be in somebody's jail. Look, that's why I take my medicine because I've been in and out of mental hospital since I was 27 years old. I stopped being in and out of mental hospitals when I was 27 or 20. I was in and out at 27 and I stopped going. I started getting better like around the time of like when I was 37 or 38. Y'all people, I know I'm not the only ones, y'all, that got mental health problems. People, one of your family members that got mental problems. I know I'm not the only one. You know what I mean? And they talk about, you know what I mean? And I got a lot of them. I got a lot of cousins that's got mental problems. I'm not the only one. Like I got issues. I got severe depression. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And my last boyfriend, he was like, "You're emotional." He ain't never fucking lied. I'm emotional as hell. And I don't know where this come from. Because my mom emotional too. And then, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. But at the same time, but I'm probably that. But 9 out of 10, I'm not going to be like that for long. So certain things I just won't tolerate. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So, this live, because I do got a YouTube page. Latoya Patterson 8092. I do have a YouTube page. Or whatever and stuff like that. People don't talk about mental health enough. I mean, I'm going to break it down what kind of mental problems I got in my family. I got schizophrenic in my family. Schizophrenia. Paranoid schizophrenia in my family. I got at least a couple cousins that got bipolar. I got bipolar. I think I got bipolar too. I know bipolar 1 is when you manic and you stay like that. I don't have manic. I have the high rate. I have the one where, you know what I mean, where I stay depressed. You know what I mean? That's why they changed it. Before, I was only like major depression and all that stuff. And then they changed it to severe depression because I did too many suicide attempts to the point it became severe depression. Got severe depression, anxiety, PTSD. I got PTSD from being in a domestic violence relationship. And I was with my ex-fiance for 24 years. And we was engaged for 3. Then I have borderline personality disorder or whatever and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And then I have psychosis where you see shit that's not there. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. When you see shit that's not there and all that. And this could be any time of the fucking day. And I will see shit that's not there. Or whatever. And stuff like that. So that's why I got... It's crazy for... Now when I start being in a relationship with my ex-fiance, right? I only had depression and anxiety. I get in a relationship with him. And mind you, y'all, we've been together for 24 years. I know y'all like 24 years. 24 years. Engaged for 3. And stuff like that. After the last 24 years, throughout the 24 years, he wasn't like that. But as soon as we got almost to the 21st year, the 22nd year, the 22nd year, the 23rd year, and the 24th year, that's when he decided to be abusive. Mind you, I met this man when I was 19 years old. I was 19 years old. My ex-fiance was 25. Or 24, one of them. Because I met him in 2004. So you add it up and see what you get. And then I was with him off and on for years. But people don't understand. Domestic violence will mess up a woman. Domestic violence will mess up a woman real bad to the point where she just loses it. Because when I got out of that relationship, I used to have knives under my pillow. I would have knives. I had my gun under my pillow. I had knives under my bed. Because I became paranoid or whatever and stuff. After I done left him, I became paranoid and shit like that. I'm going to give you the whole rundown and shit like that about me so you will know, okay, why Toya is this? Why is Toya is that? Why Toya is the way she is? Why Victorious is the way she is? And why Toya is the way she is now? When I got out the relationship, I left the relationship, I had to have my strap under my pillow, and I had to have multiple knives under my pillow. I learned how to shoot when I was 15 years old. So I know how to shoot a gun. So when I used to be in these relationships, and my man used to be like, oh, babe, you can shoot. And then if you give me a gun, you can be in shock. You give me a gun, I already know how to, you know what I mean? And he was in shock, like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And stuff like that. But that's besides the point. I know how to shoot. Because my dad is a Vietnam veteran. Or whatever and stuff like that. My dad stayed. My brother too. Like, we all know how to shoot a gun. We all know how. Or whatever. I'm hoping one day I can get licensed. But that's besides the point. The only reason why I'm making this live is because people that do have mental illness do not feel bad. And I would say this a million times. Do not feel bad that you got a problem. Okay? Don't feel bad that you got a problem and whatever and stuff like that and you gotta take medicine. Don't feel bad about it because it's the reason why you end up with this shit. You know what I mean? It could be a trauma, the past, and the whole 9 yards. It could be all of that and stuff like that. So if you got problems, if you got mental illness problems, don't feel bad. Because it's not your fault. Stuff done happened to you back in the day. Or whatever. Some people I done seen this in so many movies and in real life. I done seen one chick got raped at 4 years old and she ain't stopped getting raped until she was 14. And then you wonder why this damn girl got mental problems and shit like that. Because now she got mental problems and she got PTSD. Mind you, I bet you on everything I love, any person that been molested or something like that got PTSD or whatever. When I was in my domestic violence relationship or whatever, I ain't had no PTSD. I got out that relationship, I got PTSD, yo. Or whatever. And then people ask you, how you overcome shit? You have to overcome shit. and stuff like that. But I do have problems. And one thing I can say, my dude at that time, my dude was at the time. You know what I mean, my dude in the last person I was with did say I do have problems. I thank God that He could tolerate my problem, because some people can't. Some people will walk away from it. I can't do it. Some people will walk away from a person, and if you walk away from the person, you hurting the person when you walk away from them. You know what I mean? When you walk away from the person, you hurting them. Because one thing about me, I'm not gonna beg you. I'm not gonna beg you to stay with me, especially if I got issues myself. You know what I mean? I went to my aunt's funeral. My aunt passed away April 25th. Her funeral was May 5th. So and people like, so you all right? No, I'm still fucked up. And I'm grieving double. So when I was at that funeral, I cried so much to the point, I don't even remember. I cried so much and so bad to the point I seen her. And then I got a seizure at the funeral, y'all. I know you're like, Toya, you serious? Yes, I did. This is what I be talking about. And guess what, y'all? I ain't start getting seizures until like 2022. And stuff like that. I'm going to tell you, now I'm starting to, I research when that happened, I start to research and think. Like, all right, why is I'm going through all this shit? If my anxiety is high, I'm going to get a seizure. If I'm mad, I'm going to get a seizure. If I'm hot or overheated, I'm going to get a seizure. If I don't eat the right meals, I'm going to get a seizure. I take my medicine every day, every 12 hours, like clockwork. If I don't do what I'm supposed to do, I'm going to get a seizure. The only thing that probably prevent me from not getting seizures all the time is sex. And people like, Toy, stop fucking. I researched so much to the point I found out sex helped my seizures and shit. It helps that shit. You know what I mean? It's like a research on that shit. It helps the shit. It helped it. Like one of my friends was like, Toy, why you still having intimacy with your last boyfriend? Because I'm not gonna sit here and have sex with a stranger. You know what I mean? It's STDs out here. You know what I mean? Shit like that. But this live is really about mental health issues. I really want to tell you this. I knew I had a problem when I was 14. Because I was self-harming myself when I was 14 years old. I didn't understand my feelings. You know what I mean? When I was 14, that's when it all started. When I was 14 years old is when I was 14 years old, because at that time, 14 years old, I'm not. Well, it do, Rachel. It do. Because I have epilepsy. I'm diagnosed now for real with epilepsy. Researched a lot on it. Come to find out, sex helped the shit. The medicine do too. But on some real shit, sex is the damn fucking cure, yo. And I'm not making that shit up. Or whatever. And stuff like that. And then he wondered why I always want it all the time. I want it all the time because it released the dopamine. Mind you, if your body is fucking hurting, mind you. Because every time I get a seizure, my body hurt real bad and shit. So, you know what I mean? Sex will sit there and release that type of hormone energies or whatever. And then here come the sex hormones and whatever. And the happy hormones comes with it when you have sex. Come to find out, this shit really do work. Sex help the seizures. And I told him this morning and last night. He said, for real? Yes, it helps the seizures. You know what I mean? It really do. It probably really help. I think, to be honest with you, I think people need to have more sex. Especially if they got mental health issues. I really believe they should have more sex. Because I researched on that too. If you got mental health issues and whatever, more sex will get rid of, release the mental of the of the depression. Like, it takes this mental state. Because mind you, depression and anxiety, and especially depression, is a mental thing. So therefore, if you have sex and you got mental issues and you have sex, 9 out of 10, you want to be. It gets rid of the other shit that's in there that make you be depressed and shit like that. But this is the reason why I'm making this live, is because when you got mental health issues, I understand. I get it. Y'all should inbox me and whatever and stuff like that, and tell me how you be feeling half the time, or tell me how you feeling on your some days or whatever and stuff. Because I got epilepsy, I can't work no more, and that shit drives me nuts. That I can't work. You can't work when you have epilepsy. Yes, Rachel, it is. Like, I researched a lot on my computer, my tablet, or my phone and stuff like that, and they literally sit there and said that sex really helped the headaches. Sex help headaches, y'all. It helped the mental health issues or whatever. And I think people got mental illness. I think y'all need to have sex more, and maybe that happy dopamine will come, and you'll be more happier and stuff like that. Because when I researched this, I was like, damn, or whatever. It do. Even if a woman is pregnant and look, if you pregnant, you have sex, that happy hormone come or whatever and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm in a situation where I'm 41, and I knew I had a problem when I was 14, and I used to ignore my problem. You know how you be a teenager and you just like, this is some, when you're a teenager and you're like, oh, this is some bullshit. You know what I mean? You sitting there saying, oh, this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. Ain't no way in the world. But you 14 years old. I don't know my feelings like that, because I'm only 14 years old. It was girls around me having a menstrual cycle early, and I didn't get mine until I was 14. When I was self-harming myself at 14, I was sitting there playfully harming myself at that age. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. I ain't start being this is no lie. I ain't start becoming sexually active until I was 16 years old. I couldn't have a boyfriend. I had to seek to have a boyfriend because my mom had a Christianity strict guideline rules. And I'm not making this shit up. My mom had rules. The man that I used to be in a relationship with, it was like, are you serious? I'm like, see, that's the thing. I said, you only know me for a little minute. You don't know me that long. If you knew me long as hell, you would be like, oh, damn. But if you know me long enough, you were like, all right, wow. My mom, I couldn't have no boyfriend. And if I wanted a boyfriend, I had to seek to get a boyfriend. Because when she found out, look, I'm telling you, I'm not making this shit up. When my mom found out I was sexually active, my mom lost her motherfucking mind. My mom wouldn't let me go outside. And when I tell you, like, you know what I mean, this is when you got a mom that's strict like mine or whatever. Because when I got sexually active at 16 and graduate high school, because I was doing so good in school, they let me graduate high school early. So I did all of this, and now she still got, I don't know what happened, but for some reason, she said, all right, she put me out or whatever. I didn't do nothing. My mom, I went by the rules, every little thing. That's how I told my cousin my age, like, you want to trade moms? Just like the movie, you want to trade moms? Because my mom was very strict to the point when I swear I'm not making this shit up, y'all. By the time I hit 18 years old, I was pissed. When I hit 18 years old, y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. When I hit 18 years old, I was already smoking weed at 14. But when I hit fucking 18 years old, I started drinking. Or whatever. I know you're like, Toy, you serious? Yeah. I was drinking real heavy, too. Or whatever. When I hit 19, then 20 hit, I was drinking again. Or whatever. All my tattoos is when I was in my 20s. Some of them in my late 30s, too. But when I just didn't care. Now, guess what? We got Scorpios on my live. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm a Scorpio, majority of them. Not, I don't know if all of them was like this, but majority of Scorpios, as women Scorpios, we are very rebellious. You tell us to do something, we're going to do it totally opposite of what you told us to do. You can't tell a Scorpio woman what to do. You're not gonna get what you want out of life trying to tell a Scorpio woman what to do. She's gonna laugh at you. Or whatever. And stuff like that. And I got rebellious. By the time I hit 18, 19, and 20, I was very rebellious. By the time I hit 20, I was drinking. And then I got sick one time. And then they started giving me like Percocets. I started getting addicted to them. Percocets, oxycodone, got addicted to them really bad. Then 2006 came. I'm 22 years old. My sister Lynette passed away from diabetes. That's when my depression, anxiety went down the motherfucking hill, okay? Every emotion hit me at one time. I know y'all like, Toy, are you serious? Everything hit me at one time. I was really fucking tripping after that. Couldn't get it right. I was drinking my ass off. And guess what? When you got friends that drink too, look. So we both was good because we both drink. I'm in and out of the bars nonstop. I'm only 22 years old. Whatever and stuff. Like, I had to go to bars that take people that's in their 20s. Because back in my time, you know what I mean? You couldn't even be in a bar at no damn 22 years old. But for some reason, I made sure I look older just to get in the bar, right? Shit went. Lynette died, shit went down the hill. Absolutely went down the hill. Lynette died, everything went down the motherfucking hill. Trust me when I tell you, everything went down the hill. So, I smoked weed heavier. Popping pills heavier. Got addicted. Whatever. Shit didn't work. When I see my sister in that casket, everything went down the hill after that. Now I get my first apartment in 2012, right? And whatever and stuff like that. And then I get engaged in 2013, move out of that apartment and go live with my fiance, right? And then we live together, and then this is whatever. I try to block it out or whatever of the abuse that I was adoring the whole time in the relationship or whatever and stuff like that. I leave him in 2015. I had to go live with my mom. You know, at my mom's apartment was very small and stuff like that. So I had to go live with her until now, mind you, while I was living with my mom, I fill out applications all over the place in New Jersey, right? South Jersey. Then I get this apartment July 12, 2017. Now, let's go back. Reverse, pause, let's go back. 27 years old. Or whatever. This is before I started getting in a relationship with my ex-fiance. Mind you, we've been in and out of a relationship for 20-something years, right? So, guess what, y'all? I'm 27 years old. I've been in and out of mental hospitals for a minute. You know what I mean? In and out. I stopped going to mental hospitals when I was like 38. I know y'all like, Toy, for real? Yes. I've been in and out since I was 27. I've been in and out of West Pavilion a lot for years. Or whatever. Now, mind you, okay, let's talk about how I was in a mental hospital. In a mental hospital, I don't talk. I know y'all like, Toy, are you serious? Yes. I don't like participating in the meetings and shit like that. I just ain't be. Mind you, when you're in a mental hospital and stuff like that, they want you to go to the meetings and all that stuff. If you don't do what they want you to do, you're not going to get released from the hospital, right? And stuff like that. Now, mind you, on everything I fucking love. And guess what? I'm going to put this video on YouTube so y'all can watch it again on my YouTube page. Mind you, it was a girl snoring so bad or whatever and stuff like that. Mind you, my mental is on time high or whatever. Mind you, when I first was in the mental hospital, I was suicidal. So that was the stupidest shit they could have ever done, was put me in a room with somebody, and I'm already suicidal. So if it ain't gonna be me, then it's gonna be somebody else. that I'm going to hurt. So therefore, this girl kept snoring with her to the point I couldn't sleep, right? So guess what I did? I put a pillow over her head and I sat on her head and suffocated her. Okay, now they took me out the room. I gotta be in the room for 24 hours because I tried to hurt the girl. So therefore, they had to put me in a room by myself. Look, mind you, I'm suicidal. When a person is suicidal, they should be in a room by themselves. You should never put a person that's suicidal in a room with somebody because they either going to hurt themselves or they're going to hurt somebody and whatever. So I'm in and out of West Pavilion for years and shit. So they put me in the motherfucker. This is in 2016. They put me in Hampton, right? I guess if West Pavilion was like, we had her so many times to the point it ain't gonna stop. So they said, then West Pavilion that day didn't have no room. They was booked and if they was full. Said I couldn't go to West Pavilion. And mind you, when I'm in a mental hospital, I don't eat their food, right? I'm gonna tell you that now. I don't eat their food or whatever. So I'm at West Pavilion. I was losing weight because I wasn't eating but water, drinking water, and that's it. You know what I mean? So therefore, mind you, if you don't do what they are told, when you don't do what if you don't do what they tell you to do, you're not getting out the mental hospital and shit. So they put me in Hampton and shit in 2016, right? Or whatever, because I did a suicide attempt at my mom's apartment and shit. So they had to come and get me and take me to Hampton, and we're all the way Hampton. That's almost on the other side of New Jersey, right? So they put me in there or whatever and stuff. I wasn't even in the hospital that long, and the girl touched me and I hit her. Now they put me in a room by myself for 24 hours because I punched the girl and it was blood everywhere like a massacre. Mind you, I don't like being touched. I'm germophobic. Guess what? Now, because the people know who I am, right? Now, if I end up going to a mental hospital again, guess what? Watch this. Straight up. I'm not making this shit up. Red light, red light, flag, red flag, green light. Guess who's coming here? Look. This is what they do to me now. LaToya Patterson. Oh, shit. She didn't room by herself or whatever, or put her in a room with somebody they don't store. But really, she should be in a room by herself. You know, West Pavilion said, nah, we don't want her. So I had to stay in the hospital. Or whatever and stuff like that. Because West Pavilion, you know what I mean? At that time, they like, all right, we had her too many times. I done violence. Now, when I was in Hampton, I hit the girl blood everywhere, right? Because I'm mental. I'm really mentally bad off, right? So they put me in Hampton. The girl touched me. I'm germophobic, y'all. I'm germophobic. I don't like to be touched. I feel like if you touch me, I'll get germs or some type of something. I don't like this shit. I don't like being touched. The only time I like being touched is when my significant other is touching me, but intimacy or touching me or kissing me or hugging me, or my family hugging me or something. But this any old body, like a stranger or something, I don't care. If you're a friend and I know you, that's a different fucking story. But if you're a stranger and you fucking touch me, right? 9 out of 10, I'm gonna lose my motherfucking mind, and that's what I did. And I hit the girl. It was blood everywhere. They put me in a room 24 hours by myself. I was mad as hell. Or whatever. And then they sedated me because they stuck this big ass needle in my leg and sedated me for 24 hours. Or whatever. And the only way is for me to wake up. You know, guess what? You know, for some reason I laugh at these motherfuckers because every time they stick me with these big ass needles, I wake up in like 15 hours. It don't be 24 hours. I wake up in 15 hours. I'm telling you, like any medicine they put in my body, I'm not making this shit up. Any medicine they put in my body in the hospital, my body absorbs that shit like vitamins. I'm going to tell you what I can't take. I can't take Percocets. I can't take nothing like morphine. Morphine will literally, my body will be like, wow, high. And treat it like a vitamin and stuff like that. And stuff or whatever. But what I will tell you this, now with my mental issues and shit like that and stuff like that, and guess what? I'm a Scorpio, y'all. Y'all Scorpios too. And you know what a Scorpio do when we in a relationship with somebody, and you know Scorpios don't like to argue. Scorpios don't like arguing and stuff like that. Because sometimes majority of the Scorpios I've seen, you argue with a Scorpio, they gonna put their hands on you. Period. Point blank. Period. That's what they gonna do. They don't like arguing, so they're gonna hit you to make you be quiet. You know what I mean? So the relationship now or whatever, my relationship status is I'm gonna tell you this, and if you're a Scorpio, you understand. That's why I'm saying as a Scorpio, and he loved me so. I know this man loved me so much. You know what I mean? I got pregnant and lost the baby in January. So when my aunt died, I'm grieving double because I lost my baby and I was about to be 4 months. And my aunt just recently died. I was just at her funeral Tuesday or whatever. And like I said, I had a seizure at her funeral. So therefore, and stuff like that, I'm still recovering from the seizure because I don't even remember the seizure. My mom, my sister, my brothers, and all that, my cousins had to bring me back together and shit like that, or whatever. And they had to pick me up and get me away from her casket and shit like that. That's what my brother, my nephews picked me up and took me. You know what I mean? I love you too, Rachel. So I'm going, and I really will be honest. After dealing with me for a year, right? To be in a relationship with me for almost over a year, you gotta be strong as fuck to handle my ass because I have mentally, now I could take medicine all day. I could take my medicine all day. But I have issues to this day. Like he'll sit there and have to sit there and tell me, like, I'm not doing this. You know, I'm not going to believe this shit. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Yeah, whatever. I'm a Scorpio. I ain't going to lie. I think a Scorpio, we do need to be single because we are emotional creatures and we are water sign. 9 out of 10, we feel shit stronger than any other zodiac sign. So if I even think you cheating, you cheating. If I think you talking to another female, you talking to another female. If I even think you're having another conversation with somebody else, I feel shit. One thing about a Scorpio, we feel shit. We know when you up to something. And he been telling me this for the past year. I love you, Toya. I love you so much. I really love you, Toya. This shit goes over my fucking head. Because when I lost the baby in January, I lost it. And then my aunt died, like the end of April. So my aunt died April 25th. And then her funeral was just Tuesday that just passed. Or whatever and stuff like that. And I sit here and I be thinking to myself like, God, look. Look, God, I know I'm a handful. I know that. That's why I rather be single because, you know what I mean? That way, I rather be single so I don't hurt the individual. Because one thing about a Scorpio, we don't hurt people. They hurt us. And that's facts. If we don't hurt them, they hurt us. That's facts. Or whatever and shit like that. Because one thing about a Scorpio, we'll give you our heart. I only want 3 things. And if you can't give me them 3 things, ain't nothing to talk about. If you can't give me love, loyalty, and respect, because this is what Scorpios want. Love, loyalty, respect. If you can't give me that, we can't do this. My trust issues, that's why I said I need to be single. Because my trust issues is out the fucking window, literally. I trust no one. Or whatever. And stuff like that. And mental illness will make you like that. When you got mental problems, mental health issues, that'll make you like that. You will have problems trusting somebody. And whatever. I don't trust my ex-fiance. I don't trust no man. And that's why my relationships, and guess what? I'm a Scorpio, so I will walk away from a relationship. I know y'all like, Toya, you serious? Yeah. I will walk away from a relationship. And guess what, y'all? Scorpios, we walk away from a relationship, and guess what? Guess what I was told? You hurt the person when you walk away from them. But that's all we know. We don't know nothing else. The best thing we know is to walk away from the person. But then if we walk away from the person, we hurting them. I've been doing this for years in my relationships. I was in a relationship for 4 years. I was in a relationship for 8. I was in a relationship for 24 years. And I will walk away if it ain't. Now I've been with the individual for over a year. He will not let. I just tell my mom said he's not going to let you walk away from him like that. You know what I mean? Or whatever and stuff like that. He's not going to let you walk away from him like that. Mind you, me and him, man, and guess what, y'all? He a water sign too. I'm a Scorpio. Scorpio's a water sign. Scorpio, Cancer, and the Pisces is water signs. And he is a Cancer. That's what, y'all. I told my mom today, I said, I think this is going to be a hard situation. My mom going to say, Toy, she's like, Toy, he loving you hard as hell. That's what it is. I thought it would. You know how I thought it would be an easy, clean slate for me, but I don't see it's not gonna be like that. All I want to do is be by myself for right now because I don't want to hurt nobody. You know what I mean? I'm a Scorpio. We don't hurt people. People hurt us. So therefore, I'm like this. If you just let me have my time by myself or whatever, and see what nature does, because you know nature will do something too. Just let me be by myself for a little while to see, because I really want to be by myself to see, because I'm fucked up in the head. I done lost the baby. I done lost my aunt. I'm fucked up in the head mentally. So therefore, or whatever, and I don't want to keep trying to get in a relationship with you, and all it do is fuck up. All it do is fuck up. That's all he does is fuck up. If I just keep doing this with you, it's gonna fuck up. I'm gonna make the relationship's gonna get fucked up. So please just let me be great, because I can't give you. I'm like I said in my status. I'm not good for nobody if I'm not good myself. I'm not good. When I lost the baby in January, that fucked me up. When I lost my aunt, that fucked me up. I'm grieving double. All I want to be is left alone. You know what I mean? Let me be great. We will see what nature does. You know what I mean? Don't force this shit. Because my mom stood there and said, and that's enough to make a Scorpio. Listen here, if I'm not lying, I'm flying. This will make a Scorpio woman walk away from you permanently if you force her. She will walk away from your ass if you force her. I'm fucked up mentally. You know what I mean? I can take medicine all fucking day. I can sit there and do that all fucking day and shit. But I'm still fucking an angry individual. I'm not good for nobody. If I'm not good for nobody, if I'm not good with myself right now, I'm not depressed. I'm just an angry individual. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. I'm angry and shit. So it's not going to help none. Just let me be great. He's not going to let me. My mom said, I don't know what you... My mom said this to me today on the phone. I don't know what you did to him. But he love you hard as hell. And see, like he said in so many text messages, you running away from me. I have to, because I don't want to hurt you. So I'd rather run away from you than hurt you. Like, that's how I am. Because I'll tell you, all my exes say, Toy never hurted me. Toy never hurted me. Look. You know what I mean? Even the ex-fiance, Toy never hurted me. Toy loved me hard as hell. You know what I mean? But if you keep forcing this situation, that's going to be easy for me to back away from you. Because I'm a Scorpio. This is what we do. We back away. If it's too much for us, we're going to back away from this shit. And whatever and stuff like that. I just need time to myself. Because I'm telling you, when I'm I swear, when you're in a relationship, it's about you. It's not about you when you're in a relationship. It's about that individual. I'm tired of being last. You know what I mean? I'm tired of being last. I'm tired of being, you know what I mean? I have mental issues and shit like that. I'm tired of being last. or whatever and stuff like that. I want to focus on myself more. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So her aunt passed away. We went to her funeral Tuesday. She done got her wings and kept it moving in an afterlife. But now all that is over. Now I gotta and she had a nerve to pop up in my dream twice. My aunt. You can worry about yourself now. Think about yourself. Because when I lost the baby, that crushed me in half. I'm still sad and hurt. I probably don't cry on or whatever, and you won't see me crying and all this shit, but the shit hurt. Because getting pregnant at 41 years old, and then you turn around and lose it, that's enough to make a motherfucker lose it. So, and this live is really about mental health because people is really out here going through it. And I got family members that got mental problems. And all I be telling them, you know what I tell them? My daughter, all you gotta do is call me or come to me and say, I don't care where the fuck, you could be in Philly. You could be anywhere. Come to knock on my door or call me. Because I'm going to give you the best wisdom in the world. I'm going to give you the best wisdom in the world. And I did that to my cousins at my aunt's repast. I gave my little cousins all the knowledge in the world or whatever. Because they're under me. I'm 41. They got to be like in their 20s or 30s. All you got to do is call. All you got to do is hit me up or whatever. I'm going to give you the best advice in the world, man. Because now I'm sitting here giving everybody else advice. Now I'm starting to give my own self the advice that I give other people. Now I'm using that advice on myself. Now I sit there and the doctors is like, Miss Patterson, you need to have therapy. I'm sitting there looking like, you need to have therapy for the loss of the baby, and you need to have therapy for your mental. This is the face I give them. Is what it's going to do. I done had seizures since 2022. I don't see them going away and whatever and stuff like that. So what are you trying to tell me? I'm dealing with this shit. And like my friend said, 2 people died from seizures. Yeah. The only reason why I keep waking back up and I keep going back to normal because God is not ready for me yet. You know what I mean? That's what I see. He's not ready for me yet. I can sit up here and, you know what I mean, and get seizures and whatever. But the thing I don't like, it takes your body. And that's what I'm sitting here saying, Rachel. Only God knows. Like I talked to my mom on the phone today for a minute. My mom was like, you scared me. I said, I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't even know. Well, usually with my seizures, I know when they're coming. But this time I didn't know. It just happened. I didn't even felt nothing come and nothing. I ain't feel nothing. And I had a seizure at my aunt's funeral. And my mom was scared. My family was scared as hell. My godmother, my cousins, look. My godfather, like, they was just like, oh my God. They kept giving me water and stuff like that. And I don't remember. So now I'm starting to research more. Like, what happened here? You know what I mean? What happened here? And stuff like that. Because this time when I woke up out of it, I didn't remember. I don't remember none of my seizures, y'all. So that's why I'm sitting here saying, or whatever and stuff like that. And the only thing my mom don't like about my significant other is she's like, we had that miscarriage. He wasn't there. He was on video call. She said, when you get your seizures, he's not there. That's what he says to me. I don't like hospitals, so I'm not going to come. I'm like, whatever. This is the thing that's lacking here. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. That's going to push me away from him too. Because I'm not, listen here, on God. I didn't think this would happen. Listen, people that know me since a little girl, I haven't had seizures when I was a kid. I haven't had seizures when I was in my 20s. This shit happened in 2022. And come to find out, every time I go see the neurologist, they be like, it's trauma. Or whatever. Okay, it's trauma. But why am I having them? Or whatever. Sometimes they could pick up on it. when I have like a wire, a brain wire on my head and stuff. I did a lot of that. I mean, I did all the testing in the world, and sometimes they could see it and find it, and sometimes they can't. You know what I mean? So therefore, I'm sitting here like, you know what I mean? But this live is really about the mental health, because if you got mental health problems, you know what I mean, you gotta take care of yourself, yo. You know, you really do gotta take care of yourself. That's why I do my own nails and my own hair, and I got rods in my hair and stuff like that, because I had did my own hair. My hair is not long enough no more, Rachel, to have braids, because I'll be looking at your braids and I'll be in love with your braids. But it's just like, you know what I mean, and whatever and stuff like that. And my mom funny, because she said, you ain't get that hair from me. Mental health do come for you any day. That's why I try to give myself a spy day. I do that at my own apartment. Like, I got everything here, so it is like doing it at home is a good thing to do it at home, because I'm a diabetic and I got diabetic feet. I remember one time my mom got scared and took me to the hospital because one of my toenails just fell right off. And with a person that got diabetes, your toenail will fall the fuck off, and I didn't feel it, so they like. You know what I mean? Yeah, my toenail grew back. But they, at the same time, they were shook because with diabetes, I remember this with Lynette. Lynette's toenail will fall off. I'm telling you. I tell you this, though, when I was pregnant, I like being pregnant, y'all. That's why I said, God, better stop playing. God, can we please make an agreement? Because when I get pregnant, I like being pregnant. The only thing I don't like is being constipated and throwing up. But everything else I can deal with. You know what I mean? Now, and I know this person loved me so much. I see it. I know you love me. But I don't want to hurt you, man. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Because I'm mentally, like, done up. Mentally done up. I take my medicine every day, but I got to overcome stuff by myself. You're not going to let me do that. You're not going to let me overcome nothing by myself. You know what I mean? So that's why. Yeah, it is. Like, I like Rachel, I like washing up. I like giving myself facials and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, I love giving myself facials. I do my own nails and stuff. It's very important. Thank you, Rachel. And you keep your head up. I be seeing you. I sure do be seeing you on your status and your pictures and your braids. It's just so beautiful, man, and stuff like that. But I got alopecia. I'm sitting here trying to wait till my braids wait for my own hair to grow back. Or whatever and stuff like that. But with mental health is mental health is not easy, yo. And I had to really talk to my little cousins and stop if I could fight hard as hell, and this is what I said to them, if I could fight hard as hell, why you can't? If I could sit here and lose a baby and lose my aunt around the same year, around the same time, why you can't? If I could overcome shit, why you can't? Yes, Rachel, we been getting our nails done forever. You know what I mean? But I'm sitting here saying, if I could overcome a fucking miscarriage, losing a baby, almost 4 months, if I could sit up there and overcome this shit and overcome my aunt, then why you fucking can't do it? This is what I said to my little cousins. Stop playing with me. If I could fucking fight and shit, and fight the epilepsy and shit, and fight seizures, don't sit here and tell me you can't do shit. You know what I mean? If I can fucking do it, you fucking can do it too. There's levels to this shit. If I can sit here and fucking fight and shit, then you can do it too. It's no excuse. If I can sit here and lose a baby, lose my aunt around the same damn year, and then, you know what I mean, and go through mental issues and shit like that, or whatever, and epilepsy, then shit, you could do it too. I have to be strong because I know if I lost that baby, my mom always, because my mom is not playing. The seventh baby coming. Because mind you, y'all, this is the 6th baby I fucking lost. You know what I mean? So that's why. You know what I mean? So if I can sit here and fight and shit and stuff like that, then you can't be sitting here acting like you can't do it too. You gotta be kidding me. I could sit here and fight epilepsy, fight seizures and shit for many years and all that. Then if I could do this shit and deal with my mental health and shit and diabetes and shit like that, then you could do it too. My mom always said to me every time, the 7th baby is going to be, my mom always says to me, the 7th baby going to be a charm. My mom always tell me that. Because it's some real shit. This is why the OBGYNs, so you got to push your baby out for you to get your tubes tied. Push the baby out or a C-section. But you got to get your tubes. A baby got to come out of there. They're not going to do no whatchamacallit, if you ain't push no damn baby out. And shit like that. And the man I got pregnant by, it hurts him too. I feel bad for the both of us because we had plans for that child. We did plan that baby. We did. And shit like that. You know what I mean? And it's a shame shit gotta be like that. But it is what it is. I'm serious. My mom always tell me, my friends from high school, so the 7th baby is a charm. Like the 7th baby is gonna be the baby. And I'll be sitting here saying, and guess what, y'all? I got so many mixed emotions of everything. Sometimes I be thinking to myself, like, should I try again? My cousin my age was like, look, you need to try again. Heal some more, but I think you should try again because that's unheard of. That's amazing to get pregnant at 41. Like that shit is fucking amazing, yo. And shit like that. And the guy I was pregnant by, he's 48. He eat healthy as shit. You know what I mean? He eat healthy as hell. He smoke weed. He don't drink. He love his weed and stuff, but he eat healthy. We eat fruit or whatever and stuff like that. Or whatever and shit like that. Like I always ate healthy every time because when I get pregnant, I be having cravings for vegetables. Like I used to when I remember when I was pregnant, I was craving real bad for vegetables. So when he was to order my Chinese food, this is no lie, y'all gonna laugh. When he ordered my Chinese food, right, he would order me shrimp and then he would tell them to put extra broccoli in there and extra carrots. Because I would crave, when I know that when I was pregnant, I craved for fruit real bad. I already know what happened why I lost the baby. But I'm not going to tell y'all all of that because it's between me and the doctors and me and him and shit like that. But I know why it happened, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. But it's not the end of the world. Like some people... Well, guess what, girl? Guess what? That's funny you said that because this man, my significant other, is, you know what I mean? That's funny you said. That's crazy. Ain't nothing wrong with. He do not have. I'm a vouch for this man. This man do not have no low sperm, yo. Okay? And stuff like that. Mind you when I tell you, okay? You know what I mean? This man do not have no he don't. He do not have. I feel bad for him though, because he want to be a dad bad as hell. But listen here. He do not have no low sperm. Listen when I tell you. Okay? Or whatever. He don't got no kids. This man don't have no, he don't. I know what I'm talking about. Because every time he get intimate, it don't come out. And usually people that got low sperm count, they shit will like come right out your shit. Out the female, at the female thing, it will come right out her shit. You know what I mean? Not him. I swear on everything I love. Oh no, this man, nah. That's why my mom got a nickname for him. Like, she called him Superman. Like my mom, nah, cause no, look, I tell you. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, no, this man, Rachel, Rachel, look at Rachel, like, yo, look, I'm not, he don't got that problem. I'm telling you, he don't got that problem at all. I feel bad for this man because he want to be a father. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Or whatever. He want to be a dad really bad. You know what I mean? Listen when I tell you. He's going through shit mentally too. He see one thing about him, he could fight his shit off and all that. But at the same time, I can't. I'll be all over the place and I ain't gonna lie, throughout the relationship, I've been wilding out. I have. I've been wilding the fuck out. Or whatever. That when I got pregnant, that baby slowed me the fuck down. Cause I was off the hook, yo. When I was I was off the hook. I ain't gonna lie. Rachel, you know me, since elementary school. You know I'm off the hook, and then I got that Camden shit in me too. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was wilding. Even when I was in a relationship with the individual for 4 years, not him, but the other individual, I was wilding. You know what I mean? The last motherfucker had to put a restraining order on me. Like, and that's why I sit here and say, I know y'all like, damn, the last motherfucker had to put a restraining order on me because I hit him. Look, I hit him with a glass vase in his face. Like, and that's why I was sitting here saying about Scorpios. Stop fucking with us like that. Because we could be real nice, real nice. But if you keep poking at the bear and you keep pushing our buttons, we gonna fuck you up. And that's what I did with the letters. I was with that man for 4 years. And I think he had the low sperm count. Because drinking lower your sperm count too. Smoking cigarettes lower your sperm count. Drinking coffee lower your sperm count. And I'm not making this shit out. I looked that shit up like it was nothing. This man, he take vitamins. I understand you know what you're talking about, but this individual here, nah. That man, nah. He take vitamins and all that shit. His swimmers get happy when they find an egg and whatever and stuff like that. So that's why I'm sitting here saying he don't have that problem. He really don't. He thought he did, but he don't have that problem. He had to really think like, damn, I got you pregnant. He might end up, and then he make my shit come late. So that's why I'm sitting here saying, like, he's different. Like, he take vitamins and all that shit, and he love eggs, like fucking eggs and milk and shit. Like, he really eat healthy. And my significant other, my baby, love fucking strawberries, grapes, and shit, bananas and shit. Is if you go to sit there, listen. When you get at, you know what I mean? Thank God you got 14 babies. 14 kids? Oh, God. Woo! God bless you. You know what I mean? Because my significant other, my baby, look, I'm sorry, but my baby don't have them problems. He take vitamins. You know what I mean? He you know what I mean? He take vitamins and shit. Like, this man is good. I worry about the ones that you know what, the ones, I be worrying about these type of motherfuckers too. The ones that's big and got kids. You know how you big as hell? How you got a body weight on you? Some of the majority of them. or whatever. And so the majority of them might be, and guess what? Might be stressed. Yeah, it might be stressed for him. But I'm telling you, I know. Me and him have intimate conversations. It's definitely ain't that. Trust me when I tell you. He's been through some stuff in his life too. I'm 41, he's 48. Listen, you know what I mean? And he keep making my shit come late. And then I be sitting here scared and gotta run to OBGYN every chance I get. Like, you know what I mean? I know Rachel like, Tori, you serious? Yeah. But guess what? 14 kids, that's a cheerleading squad or a football team. Like, I'm dead serious. God bless you, man. God bless you. Like, for real, on some realness. You're going to have a lot of grandchildren, man. You're going to have a lot of grandchildren. You're going to have a lot of grandchildren. You're going to have a lot of great-grandchildren. You're going to have a lot of grandchildren. I'm going to tell you that now. 14, you're going to have a lot of grandchildren. You're going to have a long legacy, okay? 14 kids, you're going to have a long legacy. You really, God bless you. Amen to that. Or whatever, you're going to have a long legacy. He definitely going to have a long legacy. Your fucking legacy going to live forever. 14 kids, your legacy is going to live forever. And this is what I'm talking about. That's why I want him to have me a baby. So when I do leave this planet, whatever, my child can have kids and a child can have kids and my legacy just keep growing. That's the reason why I want to have a baby and have a child. And love on my child and stuff like that. Because I get people keep telling me, you'll be a good mom. And I'm a former teacher. A former daycare teacher. I know y'all like, damn, Toy, yeah. And my cousins were like, Toy, where you get that Louis Vuitton bag from, girl? When you got income tax, yo, I was sitting there telling them. You know what I mean? Because when you have a child, this is the truth. Real talk, yo. When you have a baby, and you watch your baby grow, and you give birth to the baby, you watch your baby grow, your baby become an adult, and then your child have kids, and your other child have kids. That's a whole damn legacy, yo. I'm a great aunt. I'm an aunt. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a best friend. I'm a cousin. You know what I mean? Like, to have a long legacy. That's all I wanted, so I could have me a baby, because I know my child going to end up having children. So therefore, I said, I'm going to have my legacy going to live forever. But yours, 14? Oh, you're going to have a lot of grandchildren. You're going to have a lot of grandchildren. Yeah, your legacy going to live forever. You have nothing to worry about. Amen to you. You have nothing to worry about. You're going to have a long legacy. Shoot. Your legacy going to live forever. And that same thing goes for DMX. Because DMX got 15 kids. DMX is not here no more, but his legacy is growing, okay? The men that have, I know a guy that got 20, I know him all my years. He got 20 kids. Listen, he gonna live, y'all legacy, y'all having all them children, y'all legacy gonna be forever. Your legacy gonna just keep growing and growing and keep growing. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Because I always, like I said, I always wanted to be a grandmom. Or, you know what I mean? One day, you know what I mean? And shit like that. I was sitting there looking at my aunt picture. I'm like, Annie. I call her Annie. I'm like, dang, Annie, you literally left here. You literally passed away on me. And you didn't even get a chance to see your niece for you to have a great nephew or a great niece. Or whatever. But my significant other, no, you don't got these problems. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna tell you would lower a man's sperm count. A coffee, cigarettes, what else? It's coffee, cigarettes, and something else. Drugs too. Drugs. They ain't say nothing about marijuana though. Or weed or nothing like that. But it's either coffee, cigarettes, drugs, and all that. There's certain stuff to eat or whatever and stuff. Whatever. I'm like, because you said what you said about the low sperm count, I'm always looking up that shit. Well, I'm like, he take vitamins and shit. And guess what? This is how you know. I'm gonna be real with y'all, women, whatever. You know how you know if your significant other got a low sperm count. Guess what? And this is real shit. I found this out too. I've read up on it. You know how you know that the man got a low sperm count? Low sperm count is if y'all being intimate and then this shit comes out or whatever. That's how you know his shit. And this shit just won't go to the egg at all. That's how you know he got a low sperm count. But him, oh, we ain't gonna talk about him. Yeah, his shit don't do none of that. His shit stay there and live there. And that's how I ended up pregnant. It went there and it lived there. It did not go nowhere. And come to find out, a sperm stay in a woman's reproductive system for 5 days. Or whatever. So they literally be, that's why I be sitting here literally saying, the sperm will literally be hiding, waiting for the egg. Okay? I know y'all like, Toy, you serious? I'm serious. I be reading up on shit. The sperm stay in the woman's, whatchamacallit, for 5 days. Yeah, I know, yeah. I know, yeah. Well, you know what I mean? You can't, like I said, you can't tell a grown man shit. And at the same fucking time, he take his vitamins and shit like that. I'm not going to sit here and put my significant other business on no damn live. But he been through a lot over his years. So before we started even being in a relationship, he been through some stuff in his life as well before me. So that's why I'm sitting here saying, no, this man don't have them problems. So, and stuff like that. He will be a good father. And whatever. And stuff like that. But for some reason, he keep tabs on me because I think my mom said that to me on the phone today. She said, this man loves you, Toy. And I'm like, yeah, I thought it would be easy to break up with him, but it's not. Now, when I'm trying to do the breaking up, he don't want to let go. But then when he want to break up, I'll let go. And when I do that, he get mad. Like, what? I'm not going to sit here and have a whole argument with you. Like when we broke a little hiatus breakup, little breakup we had and shit. And then I agreed to it. He got mad looking at me like, what the fuck? What? What you want me to do? You wanted that. You wanted that. What the fuck? Look. He gets so mad. You disagree with everything. Look, I'm supposed to. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about this. You know what I mean? Look. He gets so mad. Look. But what you want me to do? You want to break up, right? Okay. And the thing is, he want me to be like, no, not. Yeah, no, drugs is all chemicals and stuff like that. But yeah, he don't got no problems. Like, he don't got no problems in that area. Real talk. But guess what, Rachel? I will never forget that miscarriage because the pain was unbearable. The pain was bad. Oh, you're like, sweet for real? That's why I be sitting here saying, like, I don't want y'all women to go through no miscarriage. Because that pain hurt real bad. I broke the wheelchair in the hospital, y'all. Like, that's how bad it hurt. And, like, and stuff like that. Like, that shit hurt real bad, y'all. And, like, it's just, like, it's crazy. I got pregnant at 41 and lost it. And to this day, it's still bothering me. I don't even like, I hate talking about my pregnancy and shit. But since my aunt passed away, you know what I mean, maybe she could have a little conversation with God. Like, God, can you just let my niece have this baby? Look, because that's all I want is to have me a baby so I can get my tubes tied. Because I got to have a baby to get my tubes tied. My OBGYN tell me that every time I see her. She's like, you gotta have a baby. She's like, you have a baby and you get your tubes tied. Well, I told her, I said, you make it seem like it's easy to just do it like that. Like, you make it seem like it's easy to do it. To do it like that and shit. And it's not. Yeah. But yeah, Rachel, I do my own hair and own nails and own toes and shit like that. But yeah, the mental health problems, like my family got them bad. My family, especially my male cousins, like, you know what I mean? My male cousins, like, I be worried about them. Like, they got mental problems bad. Like, they be going to jail and they be getting, you know what I mean, mentally off and all that. Like, my nephews, one of my nephews is like that. Like, I'm like, pray to God. Like, I just pray for them. That's all I could do. And if you listen to me, then okay. But if you don't listen to me, then I don't know what to tell you. I try to guide you as much as I could. Yeah. Yeah. But oh yeah. It's just crazy how and you sit here talking about Vietnam. My dad is a Vietnam veteran. Like, this is the stuff my dad done already told me. So, you know what I mean? My dad is a Vietnam veteran. My dad is 77 years old. My mom is 73. Like, what you're telling me, my dad done already told me. My dad came home from Vietnam telling me stuff. He still to this day tell me stuff. My dad, that's the reason why my dad got PTSD for being in the military and stuff like that. He don't like to hear guns. He don't like to hear shit, missiles and bombs and shit. He'll fucking lose it or jump or, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. Like, thank God nothing happened to him when he was in there. But my dad was like, he's a Vietnam veteran. Like every time it got something to do with veterans, I be like, I salute them, because my dad had a time. He came home. My dad didn't come home normal or whatever. My dad came home with PTSD. My mom had stories. When he told me the stories, I'm like, damn, Dad, this is shit you went through. So the stuff you're telling me, my dad already told me already. So, yeah. So that's why I'm sitting here saying, like, you know what I mean. But people don't talk about mental health like that, and when they do talk about mental health, they talk about it bad and stuff like that. Sometimes I'm gonna be real with it. The medicine don't really work like that. I wish they could just be honest and be like, all right, yeah, but the medicine is not helping like that. You know what I mean? Like, we sit here making it seem like the medicine help, but it really don't help. They make it seem like it really worked and all that, but it really don't work. And because then if you be on the medicine, I just realized this shit too. If you've been on the medicine too long, 9 out of 10. If you've been on the medicine too long, 9 out of 10, you know what I mean, you get side effects. The side effects is worse than the medicine itself, like, or whatever. That's how I get mad. I don't get mad at my psychiatrist. I'm like, what you want to change something for? You might as well keep me on it. Look, because if you put me on a new medicine, it's going to take 6 weeks for it to work. And then he looked at me. It's going to take 6 weeks. It's going to take 6 weeks for it to work. Like, real shit. I'm being real right now. Like, it's going to take 6 weeks for it to work. Do not change my medicine. I don't sit there and get irritated. What's the sense of changing the medicine? I've been on it so long. Yeah, I know that too. Only thing you're telling me is I already know about it. You know what I mean? Come on now. I went to college and all this shit. This is shit they talk about. You know what I mean? I forgot what kind of class it was, because I've been out of college for a minute or whatever and didn't finish. But, you know what I mean? I did pay off my loans though. But at the same time, you know what I mean? This shit's not this shit. This shit ain't nothing. I'm just sitting here like, but the mental health, they want you. Then they try to change your medicine. Then 9 out of 10 when they decided, I'm like, they'll say no. If you get a psychiatrist and they try to change your medicine, just say no, okay, or whatever and stuff like that. Because for what? If you get on a new medicine, it's gonna take 6 weeks for it to work, or whatever. I've been on the same medicine for years. I don't need to change. I tell him every time I go visit him, do not change my shit. Shoot. I mean, Trump made it where, listen here, it was times when I wasn't even paying co-pays. But because whatever Trump is doing, I got to pay co-pays, and it was never like that for me before. So, but now I got to pay co-pays and stuff like that. Like, Trump is putting his hands in everything. And y'all, the people that's working, like, I feel bad because he gonna make it even more harder for the ones that's working. And I can't work because I got epilepsy. And whatever. I like to work though because I like income tax time and stuff like that. But at the same time, like, at one point in time, I ain't had no co-pays. But now, because of whatever he's doing, I got co-pays. Like, I know y'all like, so you had a lip piercing. I had a lip piercing and I had to get it taken out because it healed under my skin. So I had to go to a surgeon to get numbed and taken out or whatever and stuff like that. Because she done, whoever they pierced it wrong. I ain't going to them people no more. I'll probably go to somebody else. They know what the fuck they doing. But yeah, I'm just like, the mental health issues, they don't talk about it a lot. I know they talk about mental health on the 700 Club. They talk about suicide a lot, stuff like that. But like I said, I've been having mental problems for a long time. That's funny you said. That's crazy you said that because that's what Dr. CB was trying to do, and that was what Dr. CB was trying to do, and they, out of nowhere, he just ended up dead. Dr. CB had a cure for everything, and he came out of, and then to come to find out, he turned around and just died like that. Come on, so something don't add up, and that's something you said that. Because Dr. CB had all the fucking herbs to cure everything. He had the herbs to cure fucking mental health. He had it for HIV/AIDS. He had it for cancer. Dr. CB had every herb to change. He had a cure for diabetes. He had a cure for every fucking thing. And then out of nowhere, he came up dead. And he even had a cure for fucking cancer. And then whatever and stuff like that. Come to find out, that's why. That's funny you said that because come to find out, that's why Left Eye got hit by. That's why what I'm going to say to you is they said that Left Eye car accident was an accident. It was no accident. She knew too much, so they killed her. Just like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson knew too much, so they killed him. Tupac knew too much, so they killed him. Biggie Smalls was about to change the game, so they killed him because they don't want nothing to change. They want everything the same. Like, I could just keep going if you want me to, look. But, like, on some realness, like, real shit, Dr. CB had the herbs for every damn thing. For mental health issues, cancer, diabetes, HIV/AIDS. I mean, Dr. CB had all the herbs for all this shit, and he come up dead. Look, George, what's his name? Dick Gregory was saying shit, and I guess the people didn't, because the government didn't like what Dick Gregory said and killed him. And I think they killed Dick Gregory. He knew too much too. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. knew too much, and Malcolm X. So look how they did them. And I could just keep going on if you want me to. Like I'll do research. And I always, when I was in school, I used to always love history. And shit like that. When I was in high school, I love history. Dr. CB had the herbs and the cure for everything. And look how he turned up dead. Look at Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle had everything lined up, and look how he died. Look. You see, they didn't want, listen, you want me to go on? I can. You know what I mean? Nipsey Hussle was just, Nipsey Hussle wasn't just a high-rank Crip. Nipsey Hussle knew stuff too. That's why they killed him. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was assassinated. You see how they made it look like the doctor did it? The doctor got paid to do that to Michael Jackson. Man, listen, we can go all day with this one. You know that, right? Because I know my shit. I used to love history when I was in high school, middle school, and stuff like and stuff. Middle school and high school, I love history. Anything that got something to do with that history, I knew about it. And this is why they all got killed. They knew too much, so they killed them. Nipsey Hussle knew too much, so they killed him. Kobe Bryant was about to do something that would have changed the game, and they made that look like an accident. And they killed Kobe Bryant or whatever, because he was about to change something, and that would have changed everything. This is what they did to Diddy. You know what I mean? This is a whole setup. I just want y'all to know this. Everything that's happening, R. Kelly and all that, Bill Cosby, I try to tell him, listen, when I was in a relationship with my boyfriend, with my significant other, me and him talked about this shit. I always tell him, he just stared at me like, babe, are you serious? Everything that happened to these people was a whole setup. The government did this shit. They wanted R. Kelly to go to prison for years. They wanted Diddy to go to prison. And Diddy only had 2 counts. If he would have had 4 counts, he probably would have been in jail for life. But then when he got like 2 counts, you know what I mean? They set Diddy up. Yeah. I think the government set Diddy up. I think the Illuminati set Diddy up. I think Bill Cosby got set up. I think R. Kelly got set up. I think the Illuminati did that to them. I mean, let's watch what you say on here. Look. But I think, you know what I mean, let's watch what you say on this shit, right? Because, you know, this shit really, the Illuminati is really the government. You know what I mean? Look, let's be real with it. Look, the Illuminati is the government. Look, you see how we got a damn president that can do whatever he wants. And they keep sitting up there signing petitions for him to get impeached. But this man never get impeached. You know, you gotta watch what you say and shit. You know what I mean? Shoot, look. I mean, because these motherfuckers, look, his straight setup. He like, R. Kelly and Michael Jackson, straight setup. Look, listen to this shit. This shit was a whole damn setup. Assassinations type of thing. Make it look like Whitney Houston. Look. All Whitney Houston wanted was, listen, only Whitney Houston wanted was her. She wanted her fucking, masters, her publishing. She died. Prince wanted his publishing and masters. Died. Michael Jackson wanted to own, what's that called? The comic books. Died. He wanted to own Sony. Died. Look, you know, let's talk about what else. Bill Cosby was about to do something off the hook. Jail time. Look, P. Diddy did some bullshit. P. Diddy didn't agree with these other people, so they look how they set Diddy up the way they did. And then you know how they did what they did to Jay-Z. You know, come on, you see what they doing to the black man and whatever and stuff like that. And then you know what I mean. And then like, what's the thing with Jay-Z? You see how they put all that out there about Jay-Z and took and Jay-Z wanted to do a casino for New York, and they just snatched it from under him like that. They do not want the black man to get. They don't want the black man to get richer. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Listen, I love history and shit and this type of shit. I'm on this shit heavy. This is why they did this shit. You know what I mean? Because these black men, they don't want a black man to make it big. They don't look what they did to Beyonce. She should have been. Why Beyonce? It took all this for Beyonce to get what she got or whatever and stuff like that. And that girl be working her stuff. Beyonce worked herself so hard that she broke her fucking foot. Make it make sense. You know what I mean? She did the Renaissance tour with a broken foot. But they ain't gonna sit there and talk about that shit though. And stuff like that. That's why the Cowboy Carter tour, she couldn't dance like that because her foot was still healing. Yeah, they don't want a black people to make it. I'm telling you. Listen what I'm saying to you on some real shit. They do not want a black people to, they do not want black men. Big as like Jay-Z and P. Diddy and all of them. the black men. They do not want the black men to make it big. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. I always got A's in the history, yo. And this type of politics and stuff like that. And I've been knowing about the Illuminati since I was in fucking middle school. And everybody's sitting up there like, oh, as soon as that shit became big and the celebrities put it in videos or on the award stage and all that, everybody like, and all this stuff. And the Illuminati been out since 1776. Now, what and another thing, me and my mom, for us to be black and Indian, we do not celebrate June 19th. That's a slap in the face. That's how we look at it. He doing all this stuff. We got a president that want to just do stuff. What if the other countries decide, especially Korea, don't like us anyway? What if they did in China? What if these countries decide, like, you know what, fuck this shit and just blow us the fuck up? Then what? All because what the president doing? I'm sure them other countries got bigger missiles than we do. I know they got bigger nuclear bombs than we do. I know that for a fact. Their shit is bigger than our shit. He gonna keep doing stuff, and one day they gonna be like, fuck that USA shit and blow us the fuck up. And we gonna be shit out of luck. And he keep this doing, guess what, y'all, I'm about to tell you this. You know, that's why I only watch the news one time. And my significant other, my man be like, my boyfriend be like, Toy, why you only watch the news one time? Because I don't want to hear what he about to say. I only listen to his speech one time. I don't listen to that shit more times. I was like, hell, baby, my blood pressure go up if I keep listening to this damn this president. Look. You know what? Guess what? I love that comment. I really do love that comment that you just put there. That shit do apply. You know what I mean? Yeah, stuff like that. Or whatever and stuff like that. And that's funny you said that. Because come to find out, it's more black people in that organization than it is white people. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna end this live. I would love for black people to like real talk, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna end the live. And I'm like I said, I'm on YouTube too. So my YouTube name is Latoya Patterson 8092. But I will sit there and tell you this. I would love to see black people make it higher. Like I would love to see black people like really take over the world. See, the one thing I'm gonna sit here and say is I thought when we got Obama, I thought that shit was gonna, like, us black people was gonna take over the world. I want us black people to take over the world because these white people is weakening the world up real bad. Come to find out, that's funny. I love every comment that you put in here, sir. You know what I mean? I love every comment you put in here because on some real shit, I want black people, us black people, come on, we was here already. We not, listen here. Don't believe the shit that you believe. Black History Month was just made by, I really think Black History Month was made by something else and shit like that. I really believe that shit, but I really would love for us black people to take over the world. Like, for real, I want us to take over the world. We have that right. This is really our world. We was not over here on no boats. We've been here. And whatever and stuff like that. Listen here. Like, my aunt died April 25th. She told me everything that I needed to know about myself and my race before she passed away. I know I'm 5 different Indian tribes and stuff like that. And plus, like, I'm literally like maybe like 10% black and all the rest is Indian. My hair don't look like black people hair. I really believe that we been here the whole time. And they try to make it seem like we came over here on boats. And I really believe we've been here the whole time. I don't believe with the other stuff. Like, I don't believe that, you know what I mean? I know about the slavery. That's why I always tell my sister, like, I don't like going to the plantation. Like, you know, go to, like, the plantation to see the big, I don't like going to they ground because I got other gifts where I can feel they've been through it. Slaves been through it. But I really believe that we've been here already. And the white people, I'm gonna tell you about the whites. They took over and make it look like it's their world, but it's really not. Or whatever. Come to find out that with my Indian tribes and the stuff that I found out about everything about my culture and all of that stuff, my aunt literally told me stuff before she passed away. I'm Siberian. I'm Cleo. I'm Cherokee. Listen, I know y'all like, I'm Siberian. Like, I didn't know that until she told me stuff while she, as you know, as she was getting older. I'm Siberian. I'm Cherokee and Cleo. Come to find out, I found out about Beyonce. Beyonce is Cleo, just like I am. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. We've been here already. I don't believe we've been on here. We came over here on no damn boat. We ain't come over here on no damn boat. I want us black people to take over the world. And I hope it happened. Like when we got that black president, I thought that's what would have happened. But the Republicans wouldn't allow it. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't allow certain shit. You're right. You were so right. You were so damn right. I want us black people to take over. This is our world, yo. The United States. I'm going to really be honest. The United States belongs to us. And the other countries belongs to us too. Africa probably belongs to us too. Or whatever. I think Jamaica belongs to us. I think the Bahamas belongs to us. Look, the places where people that's your color belongs to us, or whatever. I don't believe that we came over here on boats. I told this to my mom, and my mom agreed. My mom and my aunt that passed away believed everything I said, and she agreed with everything I was saying to her. I'm 5 different Indian tribes. I found out about myself. I knew because I used to, when I was younger, and then when I got older, I'm like, why my hair look like this? I used to always say that shit. I used to be like, why my hair look like this? You know how some people, black people got like thick hair? No, mine ain't like that, man. Look, I know y'all like Twitter. Nah, man. Nah, and when I was a little girl, it was thick. Now that I'm an adult, no. I am not making this up. No. That's why I'm sitting here saying, like, that's why I had to tell my significant other, you know what I mean, who I was seeing and stuff. I said, come on, man, look, I'm more than what people think I am. Look. My aunt that passed away told me I was a Siberian Indian, Cherokee, and Cleo. And I'm 2 more things. I gotta look. I forgot what she said after that. But I'm 2 different. I'm like at least 5 different Indian cultures. Look, I'm like 5 different Indian race. That's why my hair don't look like everybody else's hair. Shoot, like when I used to, I had Puerto Ricans and I got Puerto Rican relatives and everything. Like, come on, man. And then guess what? The Puerto Rican relatives look like, they don't look, you know how Puerto Ricans look like light? No, my cousins is a little bit brown skin and they Puerto Rican, yo, and I'm not making this shit up. This is why I said, come on, man, let's get it right, yo, look. Cause my cousins don't got that light skin like Puerto Ricans do. You know how Puerto Ricans got that light skin? No, not my cousins are Puerto Rican. I heard her talk Spanish at my aunt's funeral. Like, no. Listen, I'm telling you, listen, shit, this is what I'm sitting here saying. Maybe, you know what I mean? and shit like that. And I was like, damn. So that's why I'm sitting here saying, like, people be just saying stuff. Listen, I'm telling you, the stuff you've been saying all the right stuff. I really agree with you saying. I really do. I understand exactly what you're saying. I sure do. Cause Dr. CB, what I don't like that Dr. CB never got his chance to like tell everything, and then he ended up dead. You know what I mean? Dr. CB had all the cures for every disease, and then he just ended up dead. He just died. He just died just like that. And you know what else, Doctor? You know what else person I look up a lot on Instagram and Facebook? What's his name? Doctor. He got DR on in the front of his name, but his name is UMAR or something. Dr. Uber or something like that. That guy. I be listening to him too, and whatever and stuff like that, or whatever. And religions, and this is me and my boyfriend. I always tell my significant other. I used to tell my man when we was together. I used to always tell him like we cannot be talking about religion in a relationship. He said, "Why?" No. He said, "Babe, why? You can't talk about religion in a relationship because a religion is a touchy subject. Some people don't believe certain stuff that you believe, so that would really end the relationship from the rip." And stuff like that. I was brought up to believe in God. And stuff like that. I still believe in God. I swear, like, I've been to all these different churches when I was younger, and now I'm an adult. And see, I will still have a church, but my pastor decided to retire, and that just hurt me so bad. And I told myself, I don't think I want to go to church no more. Like, I was so close to him. My pastor was like another father figure. Look, he ain't like all the rest of them. Some people don't like talking about religion. Some people that be out of people shit. That like some people don't like talking about religion. Look. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Everything you saying, sir, you saying all the right shit. And you making me not want to get off this lie, yo. Cause you saying all the good shit. Like you really saying all the good stuff. Like you making me don't want to get off this lie. And I know I have to. But I'm ready to take a nap. I be tired sometimes. See, and when you got epilepsy and you get seizures, you be tired a lot. And stuff like that. So, thank you for listening to my live. I really appreciate y'all Facebook friends. You know what I mean? Because I said, let me make a live because I haven't been on here in a couple of weeks. So I was like, let me make a live. Yeah, I know. Thank you so much for saying that. Because I know that if it ever, like, he said a lot of stuff to me that makes sense too. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I said it's not going to be easy for me to just leave the relationship. You know what I mean? And then I realized that when two people make a baby, it's just like, that's like a spiritual connection. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know that, but when people make babies, and you make a baby with that significant other or your spouse or wife or husband, that's like a spiritual connection you have with each other. So this is why I gotta stop being so mean, because I am at this point right now, and right now I'm very like an angry individual and stuff like that. So like I'm trying not to be like that. I gotta put my feelings aside and stop being mean and like ease up on certain stuff. But at the same time, I just be like I'm an angry individual. I'm an angry person right now. Look. And thank you for listening to my live. Wow, you saying some good stuff. You making me don't want to get off this live. Wow. But thank you for listening to my life. I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. Like, I really do. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you for this thing. You making me don't want to get off the live. Look, just listen to you say, just listen to your comments and stuff. Because, like, on some realness, I used to, when I lost the baby, I thought it was the end of the world or something. Look. But then my mom was like, it's always next time. Thing is, I don't want to get older and then be too old to get pregnant again. That's the thing. Like, you know what I mean? I'm already 41. But, I'm about to get off of here, y'all. You could tell I'm tired. And then I'm going to put this live on my YouTube page. Whatever, stuff like that. I'm getting views on my YouTube page, yo. I'm shocked by my YouTube page. Like, I'm really getting views on my YouTube page. But guess what, y'all? I'm gonna end this live, and guess what? I'm gonna do another live, maybe like almost the beginning of June or the middle of June, because we gotta talk about something else too. So. Thank you so much. But thank you for listening to my life. I really appreciate everybody that came on here. And I'll talk to y'all another time. Bye.